Hey guys, Lenny here, and I haven't made a video in a while, so today I wanted to make up for lost time. Today is about learning why junk food actually creates disease in the body. And I'm going to explain it very simple. Your body thrives on a balance of acid and alkaline. And what happens is when that balance becomes too acidic, the body responds in an allergic fashion by creating inflammation. Once the inflammation sets in, it basically sets up the groundwork for disease. Likewise, if you reverse the process and make the body highly oxygen, then disease can't thrive because oxygen makes the environment unsuitable for it to thrive in. So, all junk food is acidic, okay? And the reason why some people get sick faster than others, I mean, there's a lot of different reasons, but one of them is because some people might have other factors factoring in. They may have a positive attitude, they may exercise. There's many different factors that can factor in why certain people get sick faster than others, despite maybe them having the same bad junk food diet. But however, the end result is the same. Junk food is bad, and it actually acidifies the body, which creates inflammatory conditions, and that leads to sickness. Now, not only on sickness on a physical level, but what happens is you actually compromise your spirituality by doing it too. And what I mean by that is, when you are trying to develop your intuition psychically, and you are trying to be able to do things on a much higher conscious level, the food has to correspond with the goal, because all food responds to different vibratory levels, just like your own attitude and the way you go about your life. If you live a very selfish, self-entitled life that doesn't care about helping other people, and you're negative a lot, there's a big, huge chance you're very low vibration. On the other hand, if you're optimistic and you go out of your way to help and serve humanity, and you have a lot of love in your heart, then your attitude is highly alkaline. It's high vibration. So the food you eat also, if the food is made with love, if it's grown with a lot of care, and it's given all the natural ingredients it needs in the composts and the rock dust and all that for the plant to thrive, it'll develop with its maximum potency for vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and nutrients. If, however, you're stripping the soil of not giving it what it needs, or you're putting the plant into the ground with a negative attitude, or if you're eating a highly processed food diet, that makes it acidic. That brings the vibrations down. So what happens is, in your body, you have a number of energy points in your body. The biggest ones are along the spine, and those are superconductive juncture nodes called chakra points. Many tiny, smaller chakra points, but just to avoid confusion, we'll just call them energy points in the body. They talk about it in acupuncture. These points act as an interface between consciousness and matter. What happens when you eat a lot of junk food, it clogs up those ports. So it makes it harder for intuition and consciousness to filter through and reflect and express itself through the matter-bound body. And that's the reason why people go on natural detox programs to detox the body, to get the junk out, because that opens up those points again. So the consciousness and the intuition can actually reflect more of itself and come out more better. In other words, if you want to learn how to become psychic or a spiritual master or anything like that, you have to increase your ability, your body's ability to be more receptive, and you have to increase your intuition and expand your consciousness, as well as magnetize the spine. All of these things are done through meditation practices, but it can be supplemented with proper diet as well. So a lot of people don't know that your spirit is actually influenced by the food you eat too. The more closer you eat to a raw, organic, vegetarian diet, the more chances you are to be able to pick up subtle frequencies when you meditate, when you do yoga and things like that. That's why you'll see a lot of yogis and a lot of monks and psychics and things like that, especially yogis and monks and spiritual masters. They eat a high plant-based diet, mostly raw, organically grown, things like that, because they know intuitively that those kinds of foods are high vibration, and that keeps those ports in their bodies open, allowing consciousness and intuition to flow easily through them so they can pick up things better when they're going through their meditation and their techniques. So when you, like I said, when the junk food goes in your body and it puts your body in an inflammatory state, it drops, it creates, it sets up the environment for chronic illness, and if it's left unabated, it can lead to things like cancer, heart disease, arteriosclerosis, Alzheimer's, autism, and a whole host of problems. See, when you take a medical pill, each pill is designed specifically to inhibit your body's reaction towards the effect of a specific disease. But the problem is that they all come with side effects that end up giving you a problem that you need another drug for. And each drug is only designed for that specific problem. Whereas if you eat a healthy, organic, vegetarian-based, plant-based diet, you are basically putting the body in an unsuitable environment for disease to harbor and fest and grow, so you automatically prevent all that stuff from happening. And the difference between prevent, treat, and cure is consistency. I mean, why would, foods don't have a stopping point. They don't say, oh, we're going to help prevent something from happening, but once it gets to a certain point, you're on your own. We can't treat something or cure something. No, cure is just the end result of the prevention process. It's all the same line. Treat, prevent, cure. It's all the same line. How does a food know how to treat something or prevent something but not cure something? Like it always falls short of curing. Come on, really? I mean, this stuff was around for a long time. So remember that it's all a matter of consistency. If you start out a little bit, you're preventing it. If you carry it further, it treats. If you carry it all the way, it cures. That's how it's supposed to work. Now, so so we got this so far, plant-based organic diet, and it opens up the spiritual juncture points. It raises the alkalinity in the body, keeps you mostly disease-free. Okay, now there are other factors that can lead to disease. Of course, if you're exposed to too much electromagnetic smog, which is basically a lot of Wi-Fi, that's everywhere, right? But you can lower the amount that's exposed to you by doing small things like keeping the cell phone as far away from your body as possible, and you use it and using a speakerphone app on there. Not app, but the function speakerphone. Or if you want to use headset, which is the second best thing, use an air tube headset, which is a long headset that's wire that comes to 2 points that splits off into 2 plastic tubes that don't have a wire in them, but it carries the signal through the plastic tubes and drops the radiation about 98 to 99% from reaching your head, which is really good because you want to limit how much EMF you're exposed to. And of course, iPads, and internet routers, and anything like that involves wireless electric technology. You want to try and distance your body as far away from it as possible. And, because it's not good for you. The radiation that comes out of it spirals out. When the reason why I'm bringing all this up is it factors into putting your body in a disease environment. When the body is shocked with vibrations that are disharmonious to the biological process, puts you in a very stressed state. Your cells are stressed, and that makes it acidic. So again, it's not just the food, it's also the wireless technology out there. So be careful with that. Also pollution, you obviously that's a no-brainer. Stay away from smoking and too much car exhaust, or big cities if you can, and of course stay away from alcohol because that's highly acidic. Now, see, people say everything in moderation and a drink a day is okay. Again, alcohol of its own accord is a neurotoxin. Okay, the reason why they say wine is healthy is because there's an ingredient called resveratrol in it, which is an antioxidant. But here's the problem, is that when you ferment grapes to make wine, it changes the molecular structure of the grapes, where it makes it acidic, and there are brain-destroying properties in it. And if a lot of poison destroys you, how can a little bit be good? It doesn't make sense. If you eat a little bit of spinach, it's healthy for you. If you eat a lot of spinach, you just get more of the same vitamin. So it only makes sense if you're drinking alcohol a lot and it does a lot of damage. If you drink less, of course it'll be doing less damage, but it's still doing damage. You want to eliminate all damage whenever possible, because you want your body and brain to be at 100% as often as possible. At least I do. But yeah, so you can just get all the same effects by just eating red grapes, organic peanut butter. They all have resveratrol in them, with none of the damaging neuro effects on the brain. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, it's more or less to let people understand why the foods in the body do what they do, and hopefully you'll make smarter choices, informed choices. Maybe you got something out of this video that can help somebody that you know that's facing this situation. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any comments, likes, questions, put it below. Have a good day.